Well, it's officially begun. Garden season 2021. You winking at me? Hey, what is this ring around your face? Is that your elderberry line? So we know you've had your elderberry.
He gets the whole jar and turns it up so it puts a ring on his face.
So we have evidence that he has taken his.
Silly boy.
You know I say that, but actually we've been gardening for the last month and a half, 2 months. Between the greenhouse and the alliums and the lettuce. Really in Mississippi, we never really stop. It is officially begun in the big gardens. So you see we've got the silage tarps back. Cannot say enough good things about these silage tarps. We'll leave this section closed because this was our fall garden just a few months ago. So we'll let this rest and we'll have late summer peas going there. But you see, we've got the garden uncovered. What we've done is we've come through, undone it. And again, because we've built so much great soil up, all we did was come through and re-row some of the areas with our tractor of where the chickens and all had kind of flattened out our row. So you see we've just got the tractor in there and to row it back up. And what it does, it just naturally throws all that back on top and it looks great. You see the black right on the row, and then you see this like light brown right there. What that is, that's where the row, where the walkway was. The black is where the actual row was. So just great quality. If you're not using silage tarps, you need to, because it does phenomenal work. It allows you to not have any weeds. You know, I have, again, please go back. Most of our gardens are no-till. Now, I don't mind a tiller. We've used a tiller. We've used a tiller this year on the other side, and we'll show you those gardens. But if you're wanting less weeds, more fertile soil, silage tarps is where it's at. That will help weed suppression. Now let's talk about organic growth. How can we organically grow vegetables in this soil? Well, you saw it. We had our chickens on here. We've had our pigs on here. We've had our turkeys on here. And then we've covered it back up, and look at the soil. And of course, we come back and we put a little compost on each row when we're planting. So that's what I say when we talk about gardening, using your animals to do it. You see, we got a big old compost pile over here. We've had to buy some compost, you see behind the tractor right there. So it's still better for your soil to add to, not tear up too deep. Even if you are tilling, don't go deep. Go right on top like a tilter would do, like a no-till grower would do. You just want to go right skimming the top just to help break up what you've already done. So what we're going to do now is just come back and clean our rows up right here and get it more pronounced as a row and a walk space, just so we can see our definitive line when we're starting to plant. But I just tell you what, you cannot say these silage tarps don't work. They matter. They really do, because ultimately there's no grass in there. Now say you go out, there's my cattle field. Most conventional farms, they'll go in now, they'll just go till that up. Till that up. Well, guess what? You're gonna have weeds galore, and there's no fertility to it because it's not meant to grow vegetables, it's meant to grow grass. So what that needs may not be what this needs. So then you have to conventionally feed that with some kind of chemical. Get away from all that. Use these silage tarps. Do the method of just making sure you're taking care of your soil, and it will take care of you. And you can see, you may think this is ugly and it might be hideous, but what we're trying to do is keep that weed suppression, even that's on the outside by this gravel or on this other side, will actually border our whole garden with these silage tarps. Point being, growing food should be fun. So if you're constantly working in your garden just to keep weeds out, that doesn't sound like fun to me. We quit doing this weird style of taking the grass area and tilling it up, conventional method, years ago, and it has been phenomenal to do it this way. You garden how you want to, but in the South, you need something for weed suppression, and you need something covered for your good quality soil. If you're growing back to Eden style gardening, and you're growing 12 months out of the year, which we do, but say you're growing in the same area, like our gardens in the back of our house, in our raised beds, we don't cover those up because ultimately we're growing in them 12 months out of the year almost. But if you're not, cover this beautiful soil up. The more you leave the sun exposed to it, the more you leave for weeds and birds to drop junk in your garden, the more you'll have to till or add more soil. But the more you keep it covered with these black tarps, the more you keep elements off of it when you're not growing, the better quality your soil will be. Whew, it's getting warm. I'm just gonna take this jacket off. Gardens work. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can lazily garden, because you really can't. There's things that make it easier, and this is one of them. Instead of me weeding this year, we get to enjoy in the heat of summer just picking. And that's what we like. Y'all don't believe me when I say snake season's upon us. Look, there's a snake right there. Right here where every garden. I mean, this is flat ground. It's just amazing how many snakes we actually have here. It looks like a little king snake, but I mean, that's what it is, man. We have snakes everywhere. Love to see chickens on fresh grass, cows on fresh grass. We got the pigs taken care of, and sheep on fresh grass. This is actually the first day that baby Trixie has been with the other two calves. So she's running around, they're chasing her everywhere. Well, Mr. Donald, you're in jail. I'm sorry, buddy, you gotta stay in jail because you keep jumping out. So we'll talk about this a little bit more, but we've been on a journey trying to get this pig feed. We've been looking for a non-GMO option for bulk buying, and it's just hard to find in South Mississippi. So we had to drive a little bit to get it, but we're gonna try it out and see how it does. When I say we have feed just literally everywhere, we have feed everywhere. So we've got bags of, this is Nature's Crest, Tucker Melon, made in the USA, non-GMO, no soy. So we're really excited about trying this feed. We've never tried it. We've never been able to buy bulk non-GMO pig feed. So I'm very pleased about that. I've been having to buy like this bag, this bag, this bag, running everywhere. So I'm glad that worked out. You see we've got our chicken grower, our Peoria chicken grower, our Stanley orchard grass, and we have some alfalfa, some more chicken feed down here. So we try to keep our stuff stocked up. Part of what we're going to be talking about in the next few days is budgeting on the homestead. So if you buy things in bulk, it does save money. It does cost up front, but it saves money on the long run. So we're going to really get into some of those numbers over the next few days and weeks and some of the vlogs coming up. So I hope you're ready to talk about some finances on the homestead. That's kind of what I do. I do a lot of consulting, a lot of budgeting, and so we're going to apply it to farming. So you see all this mess still from us moving the house around. So getting that cleaned up too.
They're probably in there eating the rats. A bat? Oh my word! We thought it was a snake. I can't see anything. Okay, I think this is how we're gonna do it. I'm going to pick one of the verses and raise your hand if you can say it, and then we will, that can be a practice round, and then we're going to draw the verses like we do. Ephesians 4:11. Ellie? You said you knew it. All right, Harley.
Ephesians. He gave some to be pastored to prepare God's people.
Matthew 5:10. Ellie.
Who are those who are persecuted?
Matthew 5:10 was blessed are those who are persecuted. Matthew 5:43. Ellie, I saw your hand first.
Love your neighbors.
Matthew 5:43 is love your neighbor.
I knew.
Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was informative and helpful. But more than that, hope it gets you inspired to just garden. Plant something, grow something, and then eat something. Happy homesteading, y'all.